Today we're going to be talking to Dr. Fred Bell. And he wrote the book, Rays of Truth, Crystals of Light. And Dr. Fred Bell worked for NASA, worked for a lot of secret government organizations. He was in contact with some extraterrestrials, such as the Paleidians, who taught him lots of different technology. This book is full of information and guidance for our golden age, everything. It's very scientifically written, right? And we talk about scalar waves. We talk about UFO technologies in this book. We talk about everything. It is quite a robust read. The first time I read this book years ago was way too complicated. But now throughout my spiritual journey, I understand a lot of the text now. And so I am very excited to talk to Dr. Bell. We're going to be using the Miracle Box app, which is basically a phone to the spiritual world. Got my hands on this technology, which I've been waiting for like 10 years. And Steve Huff, bless his heart, has, created this app. But in any case, I'll put a link down to his YouTube so you can learn all about the Miracle Box and all that stuff. But today we're going to use it to talk to Dr. Fred Bell. Dr. Bell, I am wearing your nuclear receptor necklace today that I had bought from your website from your daughter long time ago. So I know I channeled you a long time ago, a few years ago. I mean, quite a few years have passed now, so this is exciting. Technology is catching up with the spiritual world, which is fun for me as an Aquarius. I like technology. Let's begin. All right. Hello, Spirit World. It's Trina. I would like to have Dr. Fred Bell come forward, please. And Ace, if you're there today, maybe you could help Dr. Bell with the technology part of this. Okay. Is there, Dr. Fred Bell, are you available to speak with me today, right now? I Googled Nerval meaning, and it means relating to the nerves or the nervous system, which lots of his book talks about. Is there a certain page in the book that I should look at? Okay, so I'm just going to pause here because there's a lot behind. Here's to Nerval. First of all, yesterday in the book, I had read about he saw the god of Neptune, in big, huge Neptune god of the seas. Okay, and I was just reading about that. So when I Google, Nerval, there's two things that come up. There's what we call the unicorn of the sea, okay? It's a mysterious creature of the ocean, and it has sort of this magical undertones to it. And then there was the poet Nerval, who was said to walk his lobster around in Paris. And so then I looked up Nerval animal, and then I caught up with some quotes, and lots of them are about the sea. And like, we need to really focus on the oceans. There's problems in the oceans. There's the CO2 problem, and all these things are happening that we should be focusing as humanity, I think, our attention on what's going on in the ocean. I mean, I also read in his book yesterday that the top 60% of the ocean, the layer, like it creates most of our oxygen on Earth, is that top 60% of the oceans. So there's a lot of undertones that Dr. Bell is saying when he says, here's to Nerval. Okay, so if there's a specific page in this book that you'd like me to read and really focus on, could you let me know? Okay, so Dr. Bell just said, I'm bright. That's great to hear, because when we pass, Spirit says you either go to the light, which could be heaven, or you go to the dark, which to us could be like a hell, but it's the dark, no light. They don't like it. It sucks. Okay. But he's saying, I'm bright. which means that I found the light. I'm with God, and I'm like, ah, right on. You know, I knew he would be anyways, because he's just so like, he was just a far advanced in spiritual and knowledge and everything when he was on earth. But I was nice validation to hear from Dr. Bell that I'm bright, which means that he's in the light. Dr. Bell, I just want to know if you had any messages for your daughter, who is running the company beautifully, I see, and all the new stuff that they're coming out with. Is there anything you'd like to say to her? So Megan, that message was for you if you happen to come across this YouTube video, which I think you will, because the universe will conspire to do that. So you are admired by your dad, Megan, and he says you're righteous. So stay on that righteous path of light, and you will be able to meet with him when it's your turn to pass. Wonderful. Okay. And so, Dr. Bell, I'm also wondering, can this miracle box, I know it's used for spirit, to talk to spirits like you, but can it also be used to talk to extraterrestrials or aliens or, you know, the Paleidians or anything like that? Wait. Okay, so perhaps I will be able to talk to some Paleidians in the future with this miracle box. Do you think so? So maybe he's saying that this Christmas of 2022 in December might be our first contact, like real or the big collective. I'm not sure what exactly he's meaning by Christmas and our first, because like I said, there's limitations to this app. They only have a certain amount of words that they can say, and you know, as I learn how to use this better, the communication will get better too. But okay, so I'll have to interpret this later, okay, because they like to change the audio after I'm done recording, by the way. Okay, so let me do a fun thing where I let you help me pick a page here. And here we're looking at basic theory of operation, the T-700. So just to put it into context, the T-700, it's a time travel transposer. This chapter is about time, space, and time travel. So, you know, we're talking about the T-700, constructing a working time machine. Okay, and so lots about time machines here that Dr. Bell wants to talk about, and he's showing all the technology that goes with that, time travel. It's funny because last night I just watched a time travel movie with Ryan Reynolds. It's called The Atom Project, so that's interesting. That was just last night too. But see, Mobius field, and we're talking about octahedrons and I don't know, a bunch of technology, right? So he's talking about that. Okay. I have a feeling he's talking about the Hadron Collider, the big machine that they're doing wormholes, and who knows, it's probably causing a lot of trouble, the more than we know. And so he's saying, you know, our youth fail, hell falls hard. Now, this can mean, you know, we blow up the world, or something's wrong with the collider and the world falls apart. I don't know. It doesn't seem very good because it's a lot of misery. So I'm not sure. It kind of seems a little doomsday-ish, yes. So I'm not sure what exactly he means, but you know, definitely doesn't seem to be like a great future for us humans unless we change our ways. Is there any messages you'd like to tell us for everybody as a general, maybe uplifting message or something like that? Does he mean it's too late for them to make us afraid of spaceships because too many people have seen it and, every television show is about it, on A&E and all that? I don't know. Or does he mean it's too late for us as a humanity, space-time? I don't know. He's talking a lot about space-time. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what happens. So I'm just getting that word harmonics. So are we talking about sound healing could potentially help us, humanity? Because I listened to your album yesterday on YouTube. I don't know if you saw that, if you saw me doing that. But it was very interesting. I like how you had the spaceship sound, the real spaceship sound too in the back. That was really neat. Yeah. And can you tell me anything about if we're going to be told that aliens exist even? Okay. All right. So definitely we have some technology from the Paleidians that's very healing. Sometimes when I feel sick or my spouse feels sick, I imagine, or my kids, I imagine a blue light. Is this a good light or should it be green or red? Because I saw some red light therapy in your book. What color should I visualize healing light for human physical medical conditions? Okay, so Fred didn't give me a definitive answer of what color light, so maybe it's just the blue light's cool, or whatever light suits you, but light is light, and it's a good thing. It's smart. That's what I got from that. Okay, perfect. So we'll take a look at that. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Bell, for joining us today. We really appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Bell, and thanks Ace and Bill and everybody helping us out today with the connection. All right, so love and light to you, and say hi to the archangels for us. Love you. Mwah. And we'll talk to you soon. Very soon. Okay, so now we're going to hear some spaceship sounds that Dr. Fred Bell wanted to send us. So I just clipped it 3 times, so it's like at different speeds, just to hear the sound, because he's really into sound healing, and that spaceship sound in the back of his audio on their band and all that stuff. So check it out. See you in the next one.